So this is one of the most asked question on my Instagram account and also on my YouTube channel, that should you work more than 20 hours when you are studying in the UK university? So here in this video, I will try my best to answer this particular question. The very first thing is, like, legally in terms of the government's rules and regulations, you're only allowed to work maximum of 20 hours in a week. So you can't exceed more than 20 hours in a particular week. So even if it is like 21 hours, 22 hours, even like 1 hour extra, 2 hour extra, it can cost you a lot. Now I've also heard some of the cases where students have worked more than 20 hours but they haven't been caught. Like, they have been able to get a post-study work visa. They have been also able to get a sponsorship as well from a particular company later on, like coming on a skilled worker visa. But also I've heard about some of the cases where the students has exceeded this 20 hours and they haven't been able to get the PSW, post-study work visa, and ultimately, like, even like I've seen, like, maybe they've got the post-study work visa, they've been able to get the worker visa, but eventually when they were applying for the PR, there's a detailed study of a particular person and they're caught and they're not able to get a PR. So, like, this is a bit kind of a tricky situation, that should you be able to work more than 20 hours or not. So if you ask my own personal opinion, when you're coming to UK, think it as a marathon. Like, this is one of the comment I was recently reading and I really love your opinion, so feel free to put them down. So that guy said like this: when you come to UK, it's like a marathon, not a race. So if you focus on this, like, short-term things, like this short-term initial money, working more than 20 hours, this can lead you a big deal in your long term. So my recommendation here would be that most of the time here you'll be finding the shifts which are 8 hours in, like let's say one day they'll call you 8 hours, second day 8 hours, so total of 16 hours. Now what the student do is that if they work the third shift, which is 8 hours extra, so it will be about 24 hours. If they don't take that 8 hours, it will be 16 hours, so they've got 4 hours space. Now the question comes at what they should do in that extra 4 hours. Now there are two different things. Very first thing is that they can look for another job. So you can actually do another job as well. You can do 2 jobs as long as you're not exceeding 20 hours. So one job you can work 16 hours and the other job you can work on reduced hours, which are 4 hours, and it will be 20 hours in total. So this is the very first option. The second option would be that if you've got 4 hours spare, my recommendation would be, let's say if you're doing some computer based course, try learning new skills, try doing some of the new certifications, try improving your CV, cover letter, because as I said, this is a marathon. Don't worry about like this extra 4 hours. You've worked 16 hours, hopefully you'll be able to manage your living expenses. This is a main thing in the short term. But on the extra 4 hours, work on your getting the certifications, try taking courses on Coursera, like, try watching some of the informative YouTube videos on different skills. So try improving your skills in this additional 4 hours and utilize them when you need to actually apply for a sponsored work visa. So, like, this is my another suggestion. But now the other question is that, how do the Home Office know when you're applying for PSW that Jashandeep has worked more than 20 hours or person A has worked more than 20 hours? So here so this is responsibility of employer. So what the employer does is that end of the month he will be giving you a pay slip. So on the pay slip it shows that how many hours you have worked in that particular month. So let's say like if it's 20 hours, so at least should be working about 80 hours. So let's say if the employer puts there, okay, well, this like in this month you worked 100 hours, so it automatically shows that you've exceeded that limit of 20, like you've worked more than 20 hours in a week. So, like, that's the point. Like, that's how the people gets caught up by their pay slips, which are essentially generated by the employer. So again, my thing here would be that focus on it as a long-term plan, not a short-term plan. Now if you're thinking that you will be struggling financially over here, so in the holidays you can work full-time. So, like, I'll tell you one thing. So if you work in term time about 16 to 20 hours in a week, so you'll be able to manage your living expenses. But now let's say if you're like really financially struggling a lot, then let's say you want to pay like one installment of your fees. So in the holidays you can work full time, you can work more than 20 hours, you can work 30 hours, 40 hours. Sometimes people ask me that, can I work more than 40 hours in my holidays? And the answer is yes, you can work as much as you want. You can work 50 hours, 60 hours. There's no restriction at all. So that is like what most of the students do, like even including me. Like when I came here, so in the holidays is a time when I work a lot, like during the summer holidays in my case. So that time just try to work a lot and you'll be able to actually pay your a little bit of tuition fee, and also you can pay your full living expenses. So if you are really financially struggling, this is another option which you can opt for. So essentially this is all what I want to talk in this video. I'll be definitely recommending you to follow me on Instagram because I'm posting regular reels. So like I started making short form of content on Instagram, so feel free to follow there, like this video, subscribe for regular updates. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers, bye bye.